for?
5 days now.
And how long do you intend to stay here for?
Well, because we thought the police didn't behave themselves yesterday, not letting us off. So we're not going to stay for the duration. We are planning on coming home today, but they didn't let us have any home food. So we're just going to carry on staying here.
How did you get up there?
A series of ladders from that plane structure there, and then onto this side structure, across the columns here, and then over here.
And how have the nights been?
Very comfortable actually. We've been sleeping fine. This won't be the way the business parts of London.
Now obviously we know why you're there. You're there to raise attention to the secret family courts and forced adoption. Can you add any more to that?
Certainly, if something isn't done about this, then the number of children who grow up with proper and proper parenting is going to carry on increasing. I think everybody can see that there are amongst the youth that have been avoiding, so we just have to see the both parents who love them and want to nurture them. This doesn't take the pleasure and profit breaking our hearts.
What have the public been like seeing you there? Have you had some good support?
Fathers for Justice.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I've heard about it, yeah.
When the kids actually get excited.
And obviously, I'm aware of Stephen's situation. I'm not hugely aware of your own situation. Is it similar in any way to Stephen's?
It must have been similar, but it's probably about 10 years further
no
down the line.
disrespect, but women
I did not see myself for 10 years.
they only have to pay the next time.
When we have got kids back out,
Yeah, I know, so that's why we're
Yeah, it's not his fault.
that's the best way to explain it. You go
Is there just two of you left up there now?
well, they've got something similar here.
And you started off with 5 at the beginning of the week, didn't you?
But
that's right, it was fine. It might have been
so even in itself, it's some really fire.
Well, I have to say, when we were walking down from Marble Arch, we could see you, and it looked absolutely amazing. And both Lee and I felt that this is exactly what people need to do to raise awareness to all the injustices that are taking place, which can't be missed. Nobody can miss you up there, and I think it's a tremendous statement. And I hope that all the police are listening and know that we really need them on our side and not against us. But that's what needs to take place. We all actually need to rise up together, don't we? That's really what needs to take place.
absolutely. We're raising awareness of understand parents and babies. Some of the ones are listening there. I think more people should identify with how they're just pawns in the system.
Absolutely, I mean it's a pretty desperate situation that you have to get on top of something with such a structure like that to raise awareness to the fact that children are disappearing in our country, are being taken from loving families and are disappearing, and we don't even know how many children are disappearing. And so what we actually need, obviously, is the police on our side to raise awareness to this, but for now I do greatly thank you for being prepared to do that. Is there anything that we can do other than get this online and help like that?
now we can't give them food or water. We try to
Well, I did speak to various editors of national newspapers and I see that they've done jack shit, which is better than good stuff. This is what we expect. Let me go see her first, but I'm not going to be seeing her later. To rise up, I do believe that they can't ignore you. They can't stay there indefinitely and then ignore you. And so, you know, as long as you can all out, but I'm not up there, you're up there, you must come down when you are ready to support that. And you've already served a massive purpose, so give up to yourself.
Certainly, we're going to stay up there quite a bit longer. You never know what we may get up to in the future.
Well, be sure to let us know, okay? We'll do everything we can to be there and film,
Alright, then see
okay?
you then. Take care, all the best. Bye.
Absolutely. Do send me another email so I'll make
Right, bye.
Thanks a lot. Best of all luck to the youth and the people.
This is Terry. As you can see, we're talking to some guys who are on top of this up here, and obviously they are working to raise awareness. Secret family courts, forced adoption. Now Terry has just been telling us that he tried to get food and drinks up to the guys up there. What was the problem with that, Terry?
As soon as we arrived here, the officer that was here told us that if we made any attempt to get food or water up to them, we would be arrested immediately.
I mean, is that even legal that they can say that?
I'm not sure what the legalities of it is, but I know that in humanitarian side of things, it's not right. You know, at the end of the day, they have their humanitarian rights. They're entitled to food and water.
Absolutely. Terry, tell us a little bit about why you're here.
Well, I've been fighting to see my kid. I haven't seen my children for the last 18 months. And it's all down to the usual scenario. It seems to be the solicitors' format as there being domestic violence. No. Did he say to you no when you asked for something? Oh yes, well there you go, that's domestic violence. And then further allegations have come in, blah blah blah. I've had police investigations, no further action, but you're still guilty. It doesn't matter what you say, what proof you've got to prove otherwise, or contradictory to what she's saying, you're still guilty. I'm still getting that from the social services, I'm still getting it from the courts, and I can't see it changing unless something drastic happens.
So you feel tremendous.
Oh, I know exactly what they're going through. You know, as I said, I was divorced in January 2013. I shouldn't be in court now. I shouldn't be still fighting to see my children. My children want to see them. Why can't they? You know, it's their rights that are being infringed. They're the ones that are actually suffering child abuse because of the social services, because of mainly the mother, but the social services, the police have been involved, the family courts, they're all abusing my children, mentally and emotionally.
I love you, man.
You know, I heard the other day from the social services that, my youngest two have told them they want to see their dad.
There's a ladder.
You know? What's happening?
It is child abuse.
It is child abuse.
It is. Thank you for talking to us today.
You're very welcome.
You got a back door.
We've just been told that a protester has been threatened with arrest if they try to get food or water up to the protesters up there. So we want to just go and check out whether there's actually any truth in that. Let's go see.
Start again.
I've just been informed when somebody tried to get you food and drink yesterday, they were threatened with arrest. So I've just gone over to the police officer over there and queried what would happen if I tried to bring you food and drink, and he said I would have to find out the hard way, which presumably means I would be arrested, which I have no problem with happening. But we're going to go and talk to the inspector over there, because both Lee and I would like to know on what grounds we would be arrested for bringing you food and drink. So we're going to go and find out right now, okay? So we're not disappearing, we're just going over there to find out, okay? Pleasure. Excuse me, I wonder if you can help me, please. I'm a journalist. My name's Sonia Poulton. We're here to film what's going on here. We've just been told that, obviously, because we're worried about them, we're worried about, if they need water or food or whatever. We've just been told that when somebody tried to get food and water up to them yesterday, they were threatened with arrest by a policeman or police officer. Is that correct?
I can answer that. There's an inspector on that end over there. You can speak to him. Yeah.
Right.
Please.
Well, what about if I tried to, would you arrest me now? If I go there with some food, what's your position? What would you do to me?
I may have to arrest you.
So the
I
position...
may have to arrest
Under
you.
what? Under what law? Under what
I'm
law?
not telling you, but I may have to arrest you. And if
Under
you want
what
more
law?
information, you can speak to the officer over there, please.
Right.
I don't do politics.
You don't do politics? That's
Police officer, I
interesting.
don't do politics. Yeah.
Really?
I just get
Yeah,
up
but
my job.
under what guise and law would you arrest her for doing that then?
We'll have to find out the hard way. Yeah.
What, you don't know the law?
Not telling you.
No. Because what you're saying is...
You're just a
Try
puppet.
it and see, aren't you? That's what you're saying to me, is try it and see. That's what you're saying, isn't it? You're saying, if I want to try it, I will find out the hard way what will happen to me. That's what you're saying, isn't
If
it?
you really want to know, I can speak to the inspector over there.
When you joined the police, officer, right, you swore an oath, didn't you?
Can speak to
You
the
swore an
inspector.
oath, didn't
Can
you? When
speak
you
to the
joined the
inspector.
police. Do you remember what your oath is?
Can speak to the
Do
inspector.
you remember what your oath is?
Can speak to the
Do you
inspector.
know that you're not beyond being arrested yourself? Do you know that? As a private citizen, I can arrest you for crimes against humanity. Do you know that?
We've just come to the back. We've just come to the back because we're actually now going to go and talk to the inspector about feeding and watering the gentlemen up there who are protesting for a very legitimate reason. We're trying to find out what is the legality of it. We don't believe it's illegal to feed and give them drink, so we are now off to talk to the inspector and find out what the situation is. Excuse me, I'm looking for the inspector. I've been told that she is around here somewhere.
Yes, it has been somewhere else. Very well.
Well, the situation is, why is there a cordon off here?
For their safety and for the public safety.
Okay, the public safety, because
I can't get into discussion with you. You have to speak with the inspector. He's going to explain.
okay,
You've got
well, the
questions.
situation is this. I'm a journalist. I want them to be fed. They need to be fed. So
I can't discuss this with
all
you.
right, so if I go down here and give them some food,
Unfortunately, you're not allowed to cross the border.
okay, what would happen if I did?
You'll have to be arrested for trespassing.
Trespassing,
This is a private land.
is it? Who owns it?
Please, if you've got questions, speak with the inspector. I'm
Okay.
not obliged to give
I
you
need to
answers.
find out who owns this land. It's probably like the Earl of Westminster or something, because we know they're all in it together, so we're off to find the inspector now.
Madam, do you remember taking an oath as you became a police
Sir,
officer?
I am not going to answer the question.
Did you take an oath? You swore an oath as you became a police officer, yeah? Do you remember what that oath is?
I'm not obliged to give
It
you
wasn't so long
answers.
ago, was it?
I am not going to give you any answers, sir.
But you obviously forget your oath, yeah? Or you're not willing to repeat that oath. Shame on you, because you're part and parcel of what's wrong with all this, yeah? One day maybe your children will be stolen, yeah? Who's going to support you? Have a good day, yeah?
Oh, I see.
I've been sent to talk to the inspector.
Who's not here?
Ah, where would she be returning? Where would they be returning? Okay, I'll tell you what my position is. My name's Sonia, Poulton. I'm a journalist. I've come down to cover this. I'm very familiar with the situation of forced adoption and children stolen by the state. It's an area that I cover a great deal, and obviously it's all cordoned off there. But what we've been told at the front is when some people tried to get some food and drink up to them yesterday, they were threatened with arrest.
Right.
Well, they need food and drink, and I want to get food and drink to them.
Right.
So what is the position on that?
What you need to do is phone the Press Bureau and speak to them about it. I can get you the details for that.
Well, what about if I just go now? What is your position?
We won't allow it.
Would you arrest me?
We just wouldn't allow it.
But
Potentially, yes.
potentially to arrest me, but on what
Breach of the
grounds?
peace.
Breach of the peace for feeding protesters. It's not illegal for them to be up there, though, is it?
The trespassing.
Trespassing on who owns that?
Or Parks property.
Royal Parks. Okay, I think that's what we need to find out about, actually. Okay, so do we know if an inspector is returning here later?
It always avoid it by that precise time.
Right, okay.
But if you want to ask questions about anything, the Press Bureau officer.
No, it's just PR. I don't want to speak to PR. I like to speak to people on the front line, like your good self. Okay, well, it's a pity. Do you know why they're up there? Do you understand the desperation of these
I
gentlemen?
do understand the overall what it's about. Obviously, individual cases, I don't know.
Right. But the only thing I don't understand, what doesn't make sense to me, is why it's all cordoned off. Because,
It's safety issue.
but they're not going to fall on people, are they?
We don't want
Okay, all right. Okay, well, let's go back to the front and see what we can do. I'm Sonia Poulton, I'm a journalist. I'm covering this, but I'm looking for the inspector.
I'll be inside the park.
Well, apparently not, because I've just been over there and he's not there. And
That's the only place I know to be is over by the vehicles.
okay, well, the situation is they need food at some stage.
You'll have to take it up with them. There's two sergeants over there as well if you go and speak to them.
Well, I have, and actually, what we had was somebody who didn't know her arse from her elbow,
There's
unfortunately.
two male sergeants over there.
Right. Well, we did talk to him, but he doesn't. The inspector's not here, and I thought maybe come back round here because we're looking for him because we need to discuss this. Really, I mean, I'm thinking of getting some food to them.
Well, if you take it up with the inspector, he's
Well,
the one
you're
in
on
charge.
this side, so if I just
We'll bring you some food
No, thank
and you
you.
can pass it to them, yeah?
no thank you. I've got to get authority from the sergeant. They always speak to them. Go speak to them, they'll deal with all the access and everything else. It's down to them, not me.
Here's what I pray one day, okay, and that is somebody like you in a uniform realises that you and I need to come together, because you and I are both being oppressed. We're actually on the same side, and we need to be on the same side as those gentlemen at the top there whose children have been stolen from them. But we need to be on the same side. You need not to be protecting a royal building, because that doesn't help any of us. That is not going to change the world. That's going to keep us still down, and we need to rise up together. So I pray that you will actually think about that, yeah, because things need to change. Really, it does.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what, when they're ready to stomp their boot, you'll be one of the first they'll take down, because you're not on their side any more than I am. And it isn't us and them.
July! You're in a family court. The police treat this as a civil matter. Please tell me why, Constabulary, why you chose to ignore perjury in civil law.
Well, can I? Thank you so much. I'll explain to them.
Okay.
Okay, we went looking for the inspector. The inspector seems to have gone off somewhere. Probably, unlike you, he's gone off for a tea break. Anyway, so we've talked to various people, and what they're really saying is that because this is private property, they say owned by the royals. As far as I'm concerned, anything that is royals is not private property, because we fund it. But they're very clear that if I want to bring food up to you, then chances are I'll be arrested for breaching the peace, which is the most ridiculous